There you go. Wow. The new pussycat pillow. Hello and welcome back. This is Stevie Bucks Coins and I'm here with the first release of this new year. This one's caught me by surprise a little bit. I didn't actually think that this coin wouldn't be released until nearer this date that you see on this side, the 15th of February. I thought it'd be brought out maybe the week before to coincide with the anniversary of Decimal Day, or D-Day as they put it here. I remember Decimal Day myself very, very well. I remember all the books, the little conversion wheels that they used to have. My nan had a grocery shop, a greengrocer's, and we used to have them that we could give out to people of the generation I'm now in, 60-year-olds and old age pensioners and such like, so they could be used to what things cost and be able to convert it back to the old money, so they had some idea of how much things were in reality. On the front we have obviously the coin. We have a foreshortened flap on the first one, and it says Decimal Day was a milestone in the moment of the United Kingdom's coinage story. Changing the nation's currency was an important part of modernising Britain and bringing it in line with other nations around the world. It was a huge undertaking, and the Royal Mint and the remains of one of the greatest challenges and successes. Well, basically this did actually turn out to be wonderful in some respects. It did make life easier in the sense that we went from using 240 pence in the pound to using just 100 pence in the pound. It made life in calculations and such like a lot easier. And we go from the old pennies there to the new pennies. The old penny was the same as the new 2 pences that we had. And the thing I like about this chart is that it does actually give you the pre-decimal coinage as it was just prior to decimal coinage taking over, the only exception being the farthing, which went out of circulation in 1960. But we have the halfpenny, the penny, the threepenny bit. Although at that time they weren't common, there were still some silver ones about. We then go to the sixpence, the 1 shilling, the 2 shilling and the 2 and 6. When we went into decimalisation, these 4 coins at the bottom went out of decimalisation straight away. The sixpence became 2.5 pence, the shilling became 5p, the florin or the 2 shilling bit became 10 pence, and the half crown for a very short while became 12.5p. The next two to drop out after that were the 2 shilling, the half crown or the 2 and 6, and the sixpence. We kept the shilling and the 2 shilling for a while after that. On the next side, on the next partition in this, we have the decimal coins, starting with the half pence. Excuse me 1 second. Let me just get this in a comfortable position. We started with the half p, the 1p, the 2p, the 5p and the 10p came down here, and eventually, and of course the 10 shilling, which was a note under the old pre-decimal coinage, was a 50p, which was a coin. The half p and the 1p were small fractions of the coins. The old 1p used to be anything from 2 to 3 old pence of the old pennies over here. The 2p was 4 to 5 pennies over here. The 5p was in fact the shilling coin. The 10p was the 2 shilling or florin, and the 50p, as I say, was the £10 note. The 10 shilling note. Oops, let me just fold all of this in. We then go to talk about the design. of the 50p, and the fact that it took over from a note. The next one was the coins themselves. It talks about the different coins such as the flying and what have you, which I've just discussed with you. It then talks about the new portrait that was put onto the decimal coins compared to the old portrait. The old portrait was a Mary Gillick portrait of the Queen, which had been in since her ascension to the throne, which was what, 1952-53 was the first coinage. And the new Arnold Machin second portrait of the Queen, which is this one here. It then gives you on the last part of that flap the florin or 2-shilling piece and the new 10-penny piece that were bought in for decimal. On the back you got the coin, the specifications: Cooper nickel, 50p, 8 grams, 27.3mm, and the back piece of text talks about making change. The anniversary of decimalisation has been celebrated with the new official United Kingdom coin, a 50p, for 50 years. The coin's intriguing design was created by the Royal Mint by Royal Mint graphic designer Dominique Evans, and features the much loved pre-decimal coins, taking back an important moment for the UK and its coinage. Well, that's true. A lot of the coinage is shown on this coin, with the exception of two. The main one being the crown, half crown, sorry, which was 12.5p, or the that's a half crown, and then the crown itself, which was a 5-shilling coin. Admittedly, this was more used with the coinage for commemoration coins, such as the Churchill crown, but it was still valid currency. Now on this coin, if we go round, we have the wren from the farthing. However, the farthing at that point was no longer in circulation, so I'm not sure why the farthing's wren is there. That's really where the half crown should be. You have the shilling next, which was still in circulation, the 2-shilling, Britannia for representing the penny. You then had I'm not sure, hang on. You had the threepenny bit, the sixpence, shilling, 2 shillings, Britannia. Yes, that's a halfpenny. It's got the boat on it. Sorry, that one there is underneath Britannia is a halfpenny. You then have the sixpence and the threepenny bit. As I say, this represents all the coinage that was in at the time of decimalisation, with the exception of the wren, which, as I said, was the farthing, and that went out of circulation in 1960. So why the wren is there, I'm not sure. But the one that is missing, that was in regular use, was a half crown. So, but that one isn't represented on here. So perhaps the wren should have been taken out and a half crown put in. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. It has caused a little bit of controversy not having the half crown in there in some circles. The back is a standard 50p. We're all still getting used to the new 2021, and it is a standard JC portrait. This coin, very good design in my view. It's such a great pity that it is not being circulated. Tell me what you think about this coin, and whether you bought yourself this particular bunk pack or whether you've gone for the blue card from Westminster, seeing as those are the only two places you can pick them up at the moment. If you've liked this video, please give me the thumbs up. If you have, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, I hope if you're having a hunch, you've managed to find the coin that you're looking for, and if you are doing a coin or buying some coins on the internet, like I've done with this particular one from the Royal Mint, I hope you pay the price that you're willing to pay, or find it at the price you're willing to pay. Until we meet again on another one of my videos, bye bye for now. Ta-da.